Okay, looks like we are back. And we are live. Well, now I'm just doing whatever, as I'm waiting for the sword to come back. Looks like it'll be about 6 minutes. In the meantime, I'm just kind of playing around, doing whatever. Yeah, it's noon, so I gotta wait until about 6 o'clock. It's gonna be a little minute. And I think what I was gonna do here is get some rare ore. I don't usually go to the surface too often, I'm usually in the depths. Now that we're out of a village, I can finally use Toolin. Toolin, he's a foolin'. I'm trying to get my jewelin'. Should have a rock fall down there, or whatever, coming up above. Usually it lands right around your noble. Get these. And keep on my timing going here with the earthquakes, but I got nothing. But amber. Amber, just got amber. How many of those I got? I got 380. And so I might as well buy them all of that. Get them all. Yeah. 30 rupees. Ooh, I'm broke. He took 30 rupees from me. I've thought about maxing out this, and I probably still could. It's not that hard. I can just do some elixirs or whatever. Yeah, let's get some more ore here. Some of the easier ones to max things out would be if I wanted to keep my persistent blood in them. I can just sell the zonite. And I might do that. Just start selling zonite by the gallon. Then work it back up to what, 15,000 I think? Yeah, 15,000. Might sell a couple thousand and work it back up. Just because I get so much of it in the depths. Because nobody's around anymore. All the enemies seem to be gone. Monsters, if you want to be technical. Yeah, the monsters are all gone. I wonder why. Well, like somebody wiped them out already. I got 402. Need 7 more. I get 409. Have formula 409. Was it used in, or the Beach Boys song was used in the 80s for that? Formula 409. I hope it's not the Mandela effect when that actually did air. Because I've searched YouTube for that and I can't find it. But I'm pretty sure they did that 409 stuff with Formula 409. Well, I had to get 200 diamonds so I can destine them. I got 403. Let's go over here. I might put one of my Lionel bows, or equip one of my Lionel bows, just because I have some monsters that I want to kind of wipe out. Most of those are foes. Little buggers. Just won't die, they won't die. Sometimes there's flint here, that's why I'm going after them. Most of the time they're luminous stone, but sometimes it's flint. There's a flint. 404. Error 404. Page not found. You know, Bo. We got one of them. Ooh, the gourmet. Bleach. Nothing. Nothing, honey. What you eating? Nothing, honey. Nothing. Yeah, alright. Nothing, honey, French. Didn't know there was this yo-yo here. He's a way to get one of your Lionel bows redone here, if you will, the quality of life stuff. But what I might do is zoom in, put a little star there. I'll teleport out like that. Okay, yeah, star, right? It's a heart. Rather than a heart. They changed it to a heart. That was gonna be... No, that's the treasure chest over there. Where am I? There am I. Let's make that a heart. Snap, and make it a heart. That is for him. I'm gonna turn off tooling in case he shoots the thing. Bye bye. There we go. It's me, Fire Actor Rocky. Good, he's still there. And that's all I need to do. Just mark it, and I can turn tuning back on. Yeah, I don't have the robot turned on, because Minoru has got some swords for hands. Actually, they're Lionel horn. I'm using them for swords. You know, I'm not tired of this. Let's just go. Sure, the sword back pretty soon. So gonna be in 16. Let's see. Let's just get up this thing and see, shall we? Should be an easy thing to get. Yeah. Let's see if anything's up here. I wonder something. If you try jumping into that from a way up area like this, so something where I could use a rocket shield. But again, if I have a rocket shield, it'll take away my durability. I don't want to have any of my shields losing their durability. And yeah, I know I could always put it in the fire after rock, but I don't want to. I want to try jumping into that lost forest here from up here. Let's just get up here. Looks like we're way up, doesn't it? Well, we're getting close to the sky. Ooh, that looks good. That's too tantalizing. I'm gonna have to get you. There's 1. There's 2. 3 for that one. Got some more rock salt. Rocky salt. And of course the sword comes back, so you know what? I don't care that it's not got anything attached. I'll just use it for that. Got some more flint. 4 or 5. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm curious what'll happen if I go all the way into this. Curious where it's going to send me back to. Because that was pretty high. So what happens if I go into this one up here? Actually, if that matter, what happens if you go into it from the sky? You can clearly fly over it. But can you fly into the lost? Where is it? What forest is right there? I'm kind of heading towards it. I might be too low though to probably restart. I don't know where it's going to be starting me either. That's what we're going to find out. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, yeah. It's triggering. It's triggering. Now the question is, where is it going to send me? Where is it going to send me? Do I gotta land first? Or is it gonna do? Is it gonna trigger here? It's hard to tell. I can't see nothing. There we go. Okay, where does it send me? Where does it send me? Does it send me all the way back up that mountain? Is what we're finding out. Where does it send me? Where did it? Oh yeah, it does. All the way up here. Huh. Low figure. What's right above it? Interesting. Bravery Island's above it. That's kind of interesting. Interesting. I wonder if I can go in here and make a pin. Go up here. We're going to have time. Let's see what happens when I go from above. I'm sure they got some kind of sky limit there. It'll probably trigger me back to the sky. But that's interesting. It goes all the way back to the mountains. From the mountains to... I see some, sparkle... Oh, no, that wasn't sparkle fruit. Oh, that was a dazzle fruit there for a second. Oh, well. I think I go this way anyway, didn't I? I'm gonna go that way. I'm more near it. It's the yellow. The yellow. Wow, that is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So what happens now if we drop... Oh, wow, you can actually see the trees like that. That is so cool. Look at that. Am I gonna land in the forest? No way. No way. No way. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Actually, it said co-op forest there. And then it, I guess because I entered from above. That was crazy. We gotta do that again. We gotta do that again. That was absolutely crazy, crazy, crazy. Up there. That was crazy. Look at that! You can see the pink trees! Then you have the co-op forest here, but because of the upper limit, it will not let you land this way. See if it'll ferry it or... No. Okay. The co-ops forced me in from the bottom. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. So speaking of that, let's go down below and then go from above. Or go from below. Huh. Who would have thunk it? I never would have figured that. I never would have figured that. So I want to go in from below. Wait, it's like here. So I'll put the dot. Yeah, but I need that upper thing. Yeah, obviously going on top of the light roof, but I need this. This is. This is the only way to get up. And yeah, I'm gonna have my pin put over here for the dots, but whatever. I'll move it back when I get up here for a second. It really goes up, doesn't it? Doop. Now I can get one of my pin. It was in the tree, right? No, that's the tree. Was that in the tree? No, it was next to it. I guess it doesn't matter. It just disappeared. Now I'm going to... Hey, yeah, I was going to jump down. There's another bed here in Breath of the Wild. Now he's going to drop down into this chasm. Blum. Enjoy the sights, shall we? Ooh. These are the Super Nintendo stuff where it had the ability to start doing multi-textures like that. That was one of the first times Nintendo actually made a powerful system that was more powerful than its competitor. Except for obviously the main processor, so Sega used that to their advantage with that quote-unquote blast processing stuff. Yeah. I gotta hand it to Sega, that was pretty clever marketing. And there we go, we end up back down here. Wait, wasn't there a way to get out of this originally after you defeat the Gloom Hands, which is the Phantom Ganon? How did you get out of here? I don't remember. Is it through this? I guess it was. How did you get out somewhere? Guess this is the way to do it. Let's see, is it keep going up? That one. Trying to go up, 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 up. Plunk. Get up, get up, get up. Wait a minute, this is going up pretty high. I'm in the tree! I'm in the Deku tree! The Deku tree, the Deku tree. Actually, it'd be Deku. But if it's Japanese, it'd be Deku. Deku tree, the Deku tree. Oh, I can't get up to space. I want to climb up to space. Guess I am going to climb up to space, aren't I? Oh, that sucked. I guess all that stamina for nothing. What I want to do is see if we'll get the bloody moon coming. And if it starts to bloody moon, then I will pick it up. I'll head back down into the depths. See if the bloody moon is coming. That bloody moon. Won't know until about another 5 more seconds. See if they start having a bloody moon. Yep, I hear it. Now you can see the sparks. I have 2 options. I can either go into the thing there. Just check this out. Into the shrine. Bloop. What blood moon? There's nothing happening right now. Or I could go back to the depths. I still need to go back to the depths anyway. But just stay here for a few seconds. Sweet, good. Oh, I remember that one. Yeah. You can tell these developers love to play golf. Check the clock. It's after 12, so that's all that matters. And we come back out. And the blood moon never happened. The blood moon went back to regular moon. Link went into a shrine and screwed everything up. Now all the monsters are gone. Let's go down. I'm gonna move that flag. So what do I do? I don't want to get fried. Well, you know what? Let's actually sell those. See if he's got any more diamond. I want those diamond. My goal is to get 20 diamonds. Not 20, 200 diamonds. The power of 10! There used to be a game show, The Power of 10. See if his diamonds restocked. Is that diamond there? Yeah, he does have diamonds. I'm gonna have 200. There we go. Take them off. Oh, I'm below 40,000. So I'll tell you what. I like doing this. Standing there and you talking to him. Come on, talk to me. So, wait, I guess. There we go. None but the finest qualities placed right there. That doesn't include your filthy feet. You get me? Oh, fine. Okay, now you're gonna buy it. I'm going to buy a ton of these. I get a zillion of these, so I'm gonna sell a couple thousand. Then head back to the depths and restock them. Holy smokes, this is gonna take a while. We'll just do 1,000. Well, I'm kind of just thinking about doing 600. Because I'm going to end up with some of these too, so maybe I'll do a couple hundred of these. Maybe 100 of these. 600 of that, 100 of that. I guess we could do that. There's my 400,000 back. Okay. Back to the depths we shall go. Away from the volcano, but that is a good spot to do some ore hunting. Let's start way up here. I think a fox was around here originally. Foxes are good ways to get some ore too, from Zonac really too. But I've kind of taken out all the foxes. I think there was a fox originally. Maybe I might have been the other spot. I'll just check to find. Well, maybe it was right here. It might around here, so it's. Well, maybe it was here. I don't know. We'll find out. Oh, Yiga. That's what you are. Here's a former monster camp. Can't still call it a monster camp anymore. So we'll get back some of those on it right now. It seems about the same ratio. I got about a 6-to-1 ratio of zonite to large zonite I need. And the funny thing is, they weren't maxed, so I just have to keep an eye on what my totals are. I might as well pick up a puff shroom. I saw a little bit around there somewhere. There it is. I see it right there. Gotta stay even. Okay, I got enough one. 426. Let's get some more. Please, sir, can I have some more? Okay. Okie dokie. Let's see, where was that? That was here. Now let's go take a pen here. Huh, that's not what I meant to do. Get him out of the gloom. Gloomy and gloomy. I remember us and John Play saying if there's ever a fire in this game, go to look. And he's been right. Whenever there's a fire there, there's always been something that's there. Of course, he got this game long before most people. You can see he was a Nintendo ambassador or whatever. They sent him a copy of it early to play. And I guess do a video about it or whatever. He makes some good videos. Good, good detailed stuff. I'm not gonna blow a link to Kingdom Come. Give me Zonite. This wasn't a fox. There was a fox up here somewhere. Maybe it was this one. Maybe I don't remember where it was. I think it was over here. I don't know. I remember a fox being at the northern spot. Won't matter now anyway, I've already killed all of them. Now if I kill all of them, I won't let the blood moon respawn them. It's most likely something I'm passing on because it's not marked. Let's see what it is. Oh, see, I still just web surf. Yeah, it's kind of boring though. Gustav Canyon Mine. I would make a Frozen joke, but I guess I'll let it go. Oh, I'm getting close to 1,000, I guess. What? We only picked up 6, I'm close to 1,000. When you start at 900, you're close to 1,000. Really, you are. Hey, here's that. I like it when I get 4 of those like that. I don't like it when I only get 2 like that. We're gonna need quite a few of these, though. Quite a few. I wonder how many I'll get by the time I end up back at the Central Highway Mine. You're picking up quite a bit of large one there. He's got the big zonite. Let's see what I gotta orient myself here. Giant's Grove. You know, let's make sure there's no Evermeans in here. Now that I know Evermeans do not respawn. And make sure these Evermeans are gone. Get rid of the Evermeans. Ooh, I didn't send you Nobo in here or throw a bomb in here. Tempting, tempting, tempting. But I want to break it because this does not respawn. Alright, I want to keep it to show what it looks like in the future. For right now, I'm going to keep it. But what I think I might do, tag this with, I will tag it with that. That way I'll know. Hehe. Okay, what did you say? Was that the mine? What it was? Yeah, those foxes eat these things. So if you want to attract a fox, just chuck out a bunch of bright blooms. Light blooms. Some bright blooms. Got L and R on the brain. Well, what do you expect? I studied Japanese for 3 years. There are no L's in Japanese, it's all roof. Roof. Get this regular nuns. See any evergreens popping up? Evergreens. Every mean. Ooh, looks like big. I want to say a couple of those. They're evil, actually. This is probably going to end up being the first thing I'm going to max out. I don't know why I like catching these guys, but I do. Because they easily respawn. Could get the pose, but it's kind of hard to get rid of them unless you transfer them or something out of statue. I feel like these are constantly respawning. Is that it? Is the pose? Yeah, I don't want to go to a barter statue right now. I think I see another. See another two. I've recently disintegrated some of them when I've sent them mobile by accident trying to pick them up. What do I have? 740. Quite a few. 741. That is a good spawning spot for them, isn't it? What all of them? I go now. I gotta go. Thanks. I go and blow the arrow and I don't need it. Oh well. I feel like he was going after something. So I need 522 more. And, oh, I put in metal. Oh, 92 more. Okay, that's gonna be a lot. I'm gonna catch this guy on the fly. Oh, I did. Okay, where am I? I'm over here. Have I done anything over here? Have not been on this side. Let's go check it out. You never know. You never know. And if I do pick up an extra pole by accident, I just usually go for another 10 or so and then start turning them into a bargainer statue. Bargainer statue. It's a bargainer. It's a statue. Oh, that worked. I'm so surprised. I didn't think that was gonna work. Or that's because I didn't think I was gonna be able to get over here. There's nothing over here, is there? Metal bud. It's a metal bud. Some jokes go better than others. Wah wah. Waka waka waka. Muppets are interesting. Muppets had the time in the 70s, then they got even bigger in the 80s. I think Muppet Babies played into that. Sesame Street, I'm sure, helped. Let's see. Let's go. Wow, I started like way up here. How did I way down there? Oh, I know how, because I was in that Giants. Okay. Let's go back. Maybe this was where the thing was. Might have been any camp. I don't know, it was around here in the north part somewhere. There was a fox. The reason I'm so adamant about the foxes is because they have a little island of ore, and I want those zonites. See, it's saving, so... Oh, because I'm in that forest, that's why. Oh, no. Oh, forget it. I don't really need you guys. Oh, I can't believe you spawned right next to me. Let's get it. Let's get it on. Oh, let's get it on. Anyway, it's like the Zelda. Let's get it on, baby. Hey, Zelda's flashing her butt in Breath of the Wild, why not? She ain't been nowhere to pick up a flower, she just wants to show Link her butt. She got a nice booty too. Sure, that's what Link's looking at, not the flower. Okay, let's see. If you haven't figured it out by now, it's a PG-13 stream. So we talk about booties. Night! Slide way down there, wouldn't you? And I know Josh Thomas loved to wear tight clothes because he'd love to show off his booty. You know, for a guy, Josh actually has a nice butt. I was surprised when I saw it. But he's kind of gone off the deep end, I guess. I don't know if he's a Nintendo ambassador anymore or not. I think Nintendo pulled it because he was too vocal about his political beliefs. Which I find interesting in the fact that he's from Chicago. It's a heavily democratic city. But, whatever. And Josh is his own person. He does whatever he wants. I don't control him. But on to this. Get off the rock. Big Rocky. It's a boulder. Boulder, Colorado. Boulder Canyon. Boulder Express. Well, there's Monster Camp out there. I guess technically former Monster Camp. I want to mark that. Let me do this. Let me mark that. I can go that way. I don't think there's anything out here though. Just to get rid of the pen. Get rid of the pen, get rid of the pen, get rid of the pen. Oh, that's a big monster camp. Part of me is thinking of doing the big Goron sword, the big Goron sword. It would be so much faster than this, and then I just had to pick up some extra pole. The poes were hoes, and they got disposed. Told you, PG-13 stream. The poes are hoes and got hosed. Yeah, because Friends was essentially TV-14, which is like a PG-13. More or less. Yeah, Friends is definitely made for junior high, senior high, on up. Yeah, I'd say Friends is definitely junior high on up. Because I think if you're 11, 12, you'll start understanding some of those sexual jokes that Friends had. Below that, start of middle school, maybe, and grade school, it's like, yeah, it's not really appropriate, because you don't really need to know all that at that age. At least that's what the thinking is. And realistically, I mean, come on, what 9-year-old needs to know about some of these things? Although, speaking of 9-year-olds, I'm just hearing a lot of 9-year-olds swearing lately. Went to the beach the other day and there was a bunch of 9-year-olds, at least 9, maybe younger. That's between 8 and 11. Oh, they're kind of small, be 11. Yeah, I'd probably say like 8 or 9. And they're swearing like friggin' sailors. Saying the F word, all kinds of things. It's like, jeez Louise. Not what happened to me if I would have said that at that age. Whew. Those of you who grew up in the 80s, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, we didn't do that stuff as kids. Too afraid of our parents. It's kind of something too, because a lot of the baby boomer parents are the same, aren't they? Dang it. I'm trying to hit all these guys at the same time. I mean, I don't work some of these things, okay. Some of this slipped on. Alright. Don't hit him. I'm holding them. You've already hurt me once with that, you noble. Wait, you noble is all camera crazy. Who's Hera? DD Frops? Sheesh. If I would have known those earlier, I would have started chucking bombs. I wish I would have done that. Oh well. Where am I? Gotta head here. Gotta head here. Gotta head there. Yeah, I'm part of a Gen X group on Facebook, and it was kind of funny that they were talking about why do we have similar childhoods. It's like, probably because of the fact that we had similar parents that were raised by similar grandparents. Because we have baby boomer parents that were raised by the World War II generation, and that's what mine were. Both my parents are boomers, and both my grandparents were World War II generation. So they were kind of strict on their kids, and so my parents grew up in strict households. So at first, they were going to be strict with me. And supposedly my generation now is the helicopter parents, from what I understand. They were going overboard. And I can see that. It's like, yeah, we had a lot of freedom. Well, think about it. I mean, World War II, they're going off to fight a war when they're like 17, 18 years old. Then they're coming home at like 24, 25. Going ahead and on through the World War, so they're going to be kind of militaristic towards their kids. And those kids grew up with a military household like that, and they're going to raise us to be more independent, and that's how I was. Yeah, I was an only child, yeah, I got a lot of stuff, but I was also a latchkey kid. I did have the house free to myself for several hours. Middle school was so fun. Used to come home and weekend and watch, well, they had, back then, there was, only 3 networks and a couple independents for this area. And so I was watching reruns and syndicated stuff like, let's see, Out of This World. They had some reruns of Prison Buddies and Gilligan's Island. Leave It to Beaver was in reruns too, yeah, I watched that. They'd have some cartoons in the late 80s as well, like DuckTales and... Oh, what else did they have? Think about it. Kinda got away from cartoons when I was in middle school. I started getting more towards the actual TV person show. I think cartoon is wrong. The favorite show now is a cartoon because it's Bob's Burgers. It's my favorite show. I've had favorite shows that were cartoons. Starting out with The Littles back in the early 80s. Then to Voltron not long after that. Teddy Ruxpin. That was one of my favorite cartoons. And those that are watching the stream, we've been reruns of that. I've got a Teddy Ruxpin channel. I am... Unfortunately, I was going to do it this summer, but one thing led to another, and because of promises, I was not able to do that channel. But I will be working on a Teddy Ruxpin channel that will be hopefully impressive, and will explain. Teddy Ruxpin and Nintendo actually have a tie. For those who don't know, when Nintendo was kind of becoming the dominant player in the home console market, having done handhelds really before that, and a maker, really a third-party maker, and that's how I got introduced to it. But there were handhelds before that with the Game Watch, and I did have a Game Watch in the mid-80s, well, early 80s too. Well, really at the same time. I had Game Watch and ColecoVision, so, point is, yeah, because I had one in 85, so I had one in 84, I'm pretty sure I got it in 83, yeah, I think I did get it in 83. I think it was it Cement Factory? Long gone now, but I had, I think, Mario Cement Factory, which I think was 83. I didn't have Ball, but I got the one from Nintendo now. I've got Blackjack. Now, I think. I gotta go back and look at my desk drawer. Can't remember some of the stuff I got off the top of my head. But yeah, I had some Game & Watches back then. Coleco, that wasn't really all my favorite. I was kind of not really into it. But, oh shit. I'm gonna lose that part here. Anyway, but, yeah, getting back to the point, when Nintendo was becoming the dominant player in the mid-80s for the home market, and they needed a distributor to get the system into stores to do not only systems but also games, because before that, they had very few SKUs, because their Game & Watches and that, they're not as many SKUs as postal games and systems and all that good stuff that they now needed. So they used, at the time, the #1 toy company, which was, at the time, in 1986, it was Teddy Ruxpin. He was an #1 toy. I can definitely vouch for that, because mine took a rain check to get him. And, Worlds of Wonder was his maker and distributor. And Nintendo contracted with Worlds of Wonder to distribute for NES. So Nintendo and Teddy Ruxpin have a tie. I kind of wish there was a Voltron Nintendo game, because that would have been so cool. It would have united all three of my favorites from 1986 with Voltron, Teddy Ruxpin, and Nintendo. Well, yeah, no, actually, my friend got it in '86, but I wasn't really into it. I wasn't really that good at video games. It took me a while to get into them. My dad was into games much than I was. But I did have friends that played them, and so by posterity that I ended up playing them, and my dad was probably more than he played it than I did. Lord. It's kind of funny because now he doesn't play games too much. I'm really the gamer in the family. It kind of got passed on from him to me. But when he was a worker at a place that's gone now, he used to play Pac-Man and Donkey Kong. He didn't play Donkey Kong, it's really Pac-Man, but it had Donkey Kong. My mom tried Donkey Kong and sucked at it, and I tried Donkey Kong and sucked at it, and I didn't care for Donkey Kong. And what did ColecoVision come with? Donkey Kong! Of course it did. So, yeah. But anyway, so that's the tie between Nintendo and Teddy Ruxpin. I was into Teddy Ruxpin in 1986 and 1987. Right when Worlds of Wonder decided to kill themselves with... Well, it's kind of funny because a lot of stuff that Wikipedia says is half-truth. Yes, they did have the stock market decline of the late 80s, but that's not what did Worlds of Wonder in. What did Worlds of Wonder in was they overtaxed themselves, so when their stock dropped, and they had a bunch of inventory that wasn't selling, they shot themselves in the foot, because they not only made Teddy Ruxpin, they made, let's see if I can remember all these, Mother Goose and Hector, Mickey and Goofy, that cost them a pretty penny, I'm sure, with Disney. They had, they're working on Charlie Brown and Snoopy, and I learned that from a person who actually worked on Teddy Ruxpin's. Oh, wow, what was her name? Yeah, that was like 15 years ago now I was talking to her. What was her name? Toys That Talk, that was her. TOYZ, That Talk. And, it was Betty something or another, Jones, I think, maybe. She's a pretty friendly woman. We actually talked on the phone quite a bit, because she helped me repair a lot of my own teddies, which was nice. But, yeah, I don't have the heart to repair my own teddy, so I just fixed other teddies, put mine back in a box, and, well, it's just gonna be for show. I get it out, I keep thinking this is the same, well, I don't really get out much anymore, I really just look at it through the cellophane screen. But it's like, yeah, that's what I got for my 9th birthday. It's the second generation Teddy Ruxpin. Because it was 1986. And he was not easy to get. I got him barely on my 9th birthday. He was so freaking popular in the 85-86 year that he had to come in on a rain check. And I think I was like, I don't know, 7th or 8th. and only 7 had come in. I was literally the last person. It's like, man alive. I was so happy though. Because it came in like a day or two before my 9th birthday, and I was like, wow. Wow. And then I saw Grubby in stores, and I'm like, oh, now I want Grubby. And Mom's like, well, he's kind of expensive. You wait till Christmas? And it's like, okay, I can wait till Christmas. And that's what I got for Christmas 1986, was Grubby. And boy, did I play with those guys. You know, I will bring this up since I'm talking about Teddy Ruxpin and Grubby. God, baby bozos. Toss this thing. But I realized in I realized in 1988, after I had gotten my own NES, and it was actually that same New Year's 1988, because what it was, I didn't say this when I was playing Mario, but yes, that was the day I beat Super Mario Brothers for the first time on my own. And yeah, I mean barely. I was like, I don't know, 11:30 something, 11:40. It was getting pretty close to midnight, and I was so freaking out that I was not gonna do it by midnight. And that heart rate is so much because it's like I'm watching the clock, watching that game, and it's like, can I beat this? Can I beat? And then my guys were getting down because I think I only had like 15 or so guys. So it was like Crown 5 or whatever, and I had it up to like Crown Cloud, and I was like pretty high. And so, cause I must have had probably like 90 whatever guys. Buzz through a zillion of them trying to get that thing beaten. Anyway, but my dad for New Year's had ordered I don't know if it was Domino's or Pizza Hut. I want to say Pizza Hut because we had a Pizza Hut about I don't know, maybe 5 blocks from our house because it was on the highway and we lived in a subdivision right off the highway. So it was really just, you could walk to that Pizza Hut. In fact, we had in the past. It was a dine-in at first only. Then when Domino's came in 87, I think it was. Yeah, it had to be 87. The Pizza Hut started offering delivery. And it was crazy because it had carryout would only be like half an hour, and then delivery would be like 45 minutes or whatever, and Domino's had that like 30-minute guarantee. But none of us really liked the taste of Domino's pizza. And that was during the Mid era too. But anyway, point is, and I think that might have been why I left and came back. Now that I think about it, yeah, I think we went up to Pizza Hut to get that pizza. And so, yeah, because I had left and came back, if you remember the story. And so, yeah, that's when I stopped playing it. It's like, that's why I stopped playing it, because I had left and come back, because we went to Pizza Hut at, like, I don't know, 9:30, 9:30, whatever time it was. I don't know specifically, because it's been 35 years, or 36 years, whatever. I'm not going to remember the details like that, unless I wrote it down in a diary. But the point is, we had gone to that, but I was playing the NES, and I looked at the Teddy Ruxpin on the shelf, and I was eating pizza at the time, because I was like taking a bite of pizza, playing Nintendo and all that. And I saw the Teddy Ruxpin on the shelf, and then it dawned on me, I'm like, wait a minute, I've got Shilba's Pizza in my room. It's like, I've got the animatronics with Teddy Ruxpin, I've got Nintendo with the video games, and I've got pizza. And it's like, wow, anytime I have pizza now, I have Shilba's wherever I'm at, because I'm a Teddy Ruxpin, Nintendo, and pizza lover. In fact, I had a pizza actually this afternoon. Actually, I have a little inflatable, well, not a little, it's a deluxe family pool. Well, it's 8 feet long, I think. Well, when you inflate it, it's 8 feet, but I think the inside of it's only maybe like 7 feet. Because I'm just shy of 6 feet, and it's probably only about a foot longer than me. And so, because I'm like 5'10" and a half. So I'm like an inch and a half shorter than 6 feet. So I'm close to 6, but not quite 6. Anyway, the point is, when I was in it, I was like kind of swimming a little bit, where I can just like swim like about a foot, and then I bump to the edge. But it's like maybe 3 or 4 feet wide and like 7 feet long. You know, I think it's supposed to be like 8x4 or whatever. And it's obviously that's the inflated size, so it's not quite that, because you lose something on the inside. Oh, that was easy. Thanks, Chernobyl. Bye-bye. Anyway, so after I got done swimming, I take some time off. Yeah, I do like it. Anyway, after I did that, I ordered one of those $7 mix and match things or whatever with the personal pan pizza and the wings. And I actually ate it in this game room. I didn't stop to think about it, but you know, actually I got two X-Men and Grubby behind me. They're ready to oh, God, these things just will not stop. Anyway, and so, yeah, because I'm going to talk a little bit about my Teddy Ruxpin plans, because I want to kind of shout out my secondary channel. Cheap channel plug. But, yeah, I want to talk a little bit about that, because that actually is what I got interested in shortly after being introduced to video games. Because, I mean, just like a couple years after. Because it's kind of funny, a lot of these things I got into, I was not initially into. I was not into Teddy Ruxpin. I remember when he came out in '85, I was in 3rd grade, and I had seen the commercial for him, and it's like, okay, a talking stuffed bear, who cares, you know? And then my dad was like really adamant in late '85. And at that point, I had, oh, right, I was already in the Voltron. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because right after Voltron was Teddy Ruxpin. That's why I'm saying, that's why I wish they would have done a Voltron game. But, for Christmas that year, I was going to get the Castle of the Lions, and that was already guaranteed, so that was kind of a Christmas gift. Anyway, so I couldn't ask for a Teddy for Christmas. But my dad was like really adamant. It's like, you gotta see this talking toy at the store. So we go to the store and I see Teddy Ruxpin on display and I'm like, holy cow. This thing, the mouth is in such perfect sync with his talking. It's like, wow. I was just flabbergasted. And so I'm like, okay, I can't get him for Christmas. So it's like, I know what I want for my birthday. So then my birthday of '86 was, what else? Teddy Ruxpin. And then I see that airship display with him and Grubby together, and I'm like, okay, now I want Grubby. I want Grubby. And so my mom's like, okay, you got Teddy for your birthday, so you have to wait till Christmas to get Grubby. And it's like, you know what? I don't care. I want Grubby. I want Grubby. So I waited till Christmas, got Grubby, and from what I understand, he was expensive. Because he was like 80, 100 bucks or whatever himself, so he was not cheap either, and I think Teddy was like 120 bucks. That's what I said. See what it's like about being an old child? Yeah, I mean, I had to wait till holidays to get these expensive things, so it's not like I was getting them, like, as soon as I asked for them. I mean, I had to wait for big events, but for the most part, yeah, everything I wanted for my birthday and Christmas, I got. And yeah, I was asking for some pretty expensive things, and that's when she told me years later, she's like, yeah, if you weren't an only child, you'd probably not would have gotten all that. It's like, when I started saying the price of 120 bucks for Teddy Ruxpin, and then around 100 for Grubby, it's like, yeah, that 1980s dollars? And you do, like, twice the value now? It's like $200 toy or $250 toy? Yeah, I can see where it's like, yeah, if you got siblings, we ain't getting $200 toys for all of you. You're sharing one toy. It's like, yeah, I can see what she's talking about now. I still love Teddy Ruxpin. I still do. I got him in 1986 and I've held on to him for 38 years. 38 years? Good God, that thing moved. Sheesh. Man, I've had Grubby, because I have had Grubby just as long, well, not just as long, obviously, Christmas and birthday, but I've had Grubby, in essence, as long as I've had Teddy, because they've both been together since Christmas '86, so, yeah. And, I'll show this when I do my Teddy Ruxpin collection video on my other channel. But my original Nintendo and original Super Nintendo are back together on the same wall unit I've had since 1983. But I was just thinking this when I was looking up the converter box directly to my VCR to tape the Olympics, and yes, taped the Olympics, was that those two systems have been together since 1991. And it's like, well, I can't have them together before that because I didn't get the Super Nintendo until '91. But it's like, yeah, they've been together since 1991, and it's like, wow, they both have been side by side since 1991. Granted, not always. I had to fix my own, put in a new pin connector because it had the pin issue. And I wish I would have kept that pin connector, because I found out later they just boiled it and it would have straightened out the pins. Because stupidly, like an 11-year-old, I used to store my games inside the system. I still do that. Only now I pull them out so they don't put pressure on those pins anymore. Oh. Live and learn, live and learn. So, yeah. I replaced the pins, and so in the meantime, I had a used box deck Nintendo next to it that had a new pin connector already added to it. Then I discovered those things on eBay, got one of my own. Actually, I got a few of them. Up to some in boxes. They're not official Nintendo ones, they're cheap Chinese junk, which I kind of wish I hadn't done, but whatever. At least it gets my own working again. So, I have it back working again, back on the same login. And, I did store a game in there for a time to try to smush those pins down to try to make them a little bit more like the Nintendo ones. So now I have my original games in there too. I have the Super Mario World I got in 1991 with the Super Nintendo, and the Super Mario Brothers 3-on-1, because I got the power set on the Nintendo. I can't remember what I got for my parents in '88 for Christmas. Well, at that point, I knew the Nintendo was $250, and I'm like, that is a steep ask. That's why I went to Grandma, because I'm like, I'm her oldest grandchild, so it's like, you give me this Nintendo? Thankfully she did. The only reason, really, is because, she actually, my grandpa, my mom's dad, because that was my mom's mom that got it for me, they had divorced back in the early 80s. I have vague memories, some really old memories of them being married, but they got divorced when I was 5, so I have a few memories of when they were married. But they got divorced, and so the person she married had her own business, and because of that, she could give some expensive gifts. So knowing that, being the nice little conniving 11-year-old I was, I figured I could ask her for an expensive gift like that. I just asked her for some expensive stuff. I got a pinball machine from her at one point for, I'm gonna say maybe my 11th birthday. I got the Nintendo for Christmas. No, it couldn't have been my 11th birthday, because I was gonna get the Nintendo for my 11th birthday. And then she held off to get the power set instead, because it was gonna be the action set. No, I take that back. It was gonna be a base thing, and then Kmart had sold her on doing the power set, because they had said that 2 new sets were coming out for Christmas that year. And so if they waited to get, because she had it on layaway, she was going to take it out of layaway, and then when she then somehow Kmart was able to convince her to swap it out with another one and then do the difference for extended layaway or whatever. I was a little confused the way she was describing it. Kmart, I was only 11. And so it was something along the lines of, if she put the other one into layaway, then she could get it for Christmas and then get the power set instead. Something along those lines, but anyway. I was like, you know what? I didn't care. I got the Nintendo. That's all I wanted. So I'm gonna get a Nintendo. I can wait. It's about 6 months anyway. It's like no big deal. But the point is, man, I was so much more patient when I was a kid than I am now. It's like 6 months. I can't wait 6 months. But the point is, I guess I could now. But yeah, I guess I am probably more patient than I was then. Well, I guess part of it too, because I could just play my friends NES, and I think that was my logic back then. It was just like, well, I could just play my friends to Nintendo in the meantime. And that's what I did. I just went to his house and I played Nintendo. Actually, I had a couple of friends that had it. The one that was a year younger than me in junior high, and the one that was my age, we became friends in 4th grade. And he had Atari before that. But I had another friend in kindergarten who was in pre-K Yeah, because he was 4, I was 5. He got a ColecoVision for Christmas. And why we were friends, I don't know. I think it was because maybe I gave him my chocolate milk or something. But I didn't like, or no, I didn't. Yeah, maybe it was chocolate milk. I didn't like their chocolate. It was the school's chocolate milk. It didn't taste good. I think I gave it to him, and so then I became friends with him, and he had ColecoVision when he was 4. So then, I'm guessing that summer I go to his house, and then that's when I get introduced to it. Had to be. Because then, yeah, for Christmas, then I get Coleco. Then, yeah, that was the last year Coleco. No. 85 was when it was discontinued. Yeah, because 84 it was still around, but getting discontinued, because that's when you could see the market crashing. Because, yeah, 84 was definitely a market crash. Because 83, you didn't see everything being reduced like that, like it did in 84. And then 85, video games kind of seemed to take a back seat to really board games. And that's when I went over to PC. But Teddy Ruxpin, I got introduced to him. See, then in 86, I was doing Teddy Ruxpin. Yeah. I'm trying to remember the years here, trying to go back. Cause I'm lining them up by my grades, because I was in 2nd grade in 84, and that was Voltron. Because I had the people for Christmas, got them for Christmas. Got the Castle of Lions. And I want to say, maybe, I think my birthday of 85 was the Lions. Christmas of 84 was definitely the Pilots. I think Christmas of 85 was the Voltron figure, or Lions. See, Christmas of 85, yeah, birthday of 85 was the Voltron Lions. Christmas of 85 was... trying to do 2 things at once, trying to remember... Yeah, because in Christmas of 85 would have been the Castle of Lions. So I remember having the keys, because that was a big key that was inside the castle. Then Christmas of 86 was Grubby, because my birthday of 86 was Teddy Ruxpin. Let's see, Christmas of 87 was a bunch of board games. Birthday of 87 was Teddy Ruxpin the tapes. Birthday of 88 I don't remember, which is kind of sad. It's like I remember my birthday of 87, I can't remember birthday of 88. But I remember Christmas of 88 was Nintendo. I don't remember if my parents got me though. I remember getting Nintendo from my grandma. Birthday of 89 was Super Mario Bros. 2. Christmas of 89 was Game Boy. Birthday of 90 was Super Mario Bros. 3. Christmas of 90 was Dr. Mario for both Nintendo and Game Boy. Don't remember birthday of 91, I couldn't tell you. See, birthday is for some reason, some of them I just don't remember. I'm thinking some of these may have been cash, and then I just used it later at stores, and that's probably why I don't remember the item. Because I remember Christmas was actually like gifts. I didn't get... Because usually my parents would ask me like what I'd want for Christmas. And they'd ask me like around late November, early December, and I guess probably so they could save up for it. And then, yeah, I'd have like a Christmas wish list. So it'd always be like one big thing that I'd want. And they'd be like, so you don't have to do just one thing. So a lot of times they'd get me like other stuff with it. So like when I got Super Nintendo for Christmas, they would also give me like shirts and stuff with it. Which, believe it or not, even at 14, I was still kind of happy to get some shirts. Some of them do look nice. I do like dressing up a little bit. Except today when I was in the pool, I was actually in a swimsuit. I was even thinking about that, and how it's like how little I had on. And so, whatever. But, really, it wasn't so much how little I had on, it was the fact that I could see my feet. And, let's see, but, yeah, so then Christmas of 91 was, the Super Nintendo. Christmas of 92 was, some game movies. What were they? Super Mario Land 2, that was one of them. we got I think like 2 Game Boy games and 2 Nintendo games. Superman 2, Superman 1? Couldn't have been Wario Land, 'cause that was 93. And that was, I think, the last thing I got because I was getting tired of video games and thinking I was done with gaming at that point. It was 93, I was growing tired of Nintendo. Well, that they had a big gap between games, and I don't know, some of them being 16, it just didn't feel right anymore. It's hard to describe, just being in high school, I felt embarrassed telling people, I was like, I played Nintendo. Like, Nintendo, what are you, 10? It's like, well, you know they were playing games too. I don't know. I'm trying to think though, 93, because I know I got Wario Land. I think I got Space Shuttle Project for the NES. I can't remember if it was for that or if it was maybe Woolworth's going out of business sale. I think it wasn't there. I think that was the Game Boy case I got. So I got a really fancy Game Boy case. It's that hard shell one. I think I showed on the Game Boy tour. Oh, can't remember. I know for my birthday of 93, I got clothes. And that was really all I wanted. I didn't want any Nintendo games. I think I wanted it in 93 because we had gone to, God, I can't remember the store. Maybe KB Toys? KB Toys. It had to be like Radio Shack or somebody. It was somebody, was it Venture maybe? I don't know. It was somebody that had them. My dad was like, come look at the games. And I was like, I don't get into video games anymore. He's like, yeah, but just look. So I looked and I saw, I think, Wario Land, and I'm like, oh, what's that game? That's my life. Yeah, because I was definitely slow into games in 92. I remember playing that Christmas Day, so I had to get Super Mario Land 2. You know what? I think it was. I think it was Super Mario Land now that I'm thinking about it. Because here's what it was. Some stupid 15-year-old kid reason, I decided to open up my Super Mario Land game pack just to see the circuit board inside it. And I broke the cartridge. I actually cracked it and could not get it back together. So it's like, crap. So it would not go into the Game Boy because it had to be, the way the Game Boy was set up, it had to be within a case, and so I was like taping it and trying to get it to play, but I just could not get Super Mario Land to play anymore. And I even took super glue to try to glue the case back together. I said 15-year-old kid. I don't know why I was thinking that when I was 15, but I was trying desperately to get Super Mario Land to play, and it just wouldn't. So then, when I saw it, it was at a store at the mall, and I really wish I could remember what that store was. So it couldn't have been Venture. Venture actually existed just outside the mall, but I remember going to the mall, because that was the last year our mall still had a fountain, and I really loved that fountain. Man, I love that fountain. And it was so cool, too, because what they had, it was, well, they had 2 fountains, so, and recently, there was a thing in the paper, because, author was actually the same where I was, she was point 77. She was feeling nostalgic for the mall for some weird reason, and I guess she had lived here all her life too. And so in 92 they had remodeled it and they took out those 2 fountains, but it had 2 huge rectangular-ish, they had their little corners cut off, and they had a sunken area in the center court. They had these 2 huge rectangular areas, but because they had escalators there, they chopped off the thing, so they were kind of rectangles, but not really. They're more like, what is the name of that? Not like a pentagram, but parallelogram, maybe. Well, anyway, the point is, they had, like maybe 8 or 10 little fountains that would flow down, and it had like a little walking area, and it had kind of like blocks that you could walk over and go over the flowing part, and then it would collect into a little reflecting pool. Really elaborate setup, and it had Then on one side, palm trees in the middle, and on the other side, the exact same thing, but in reverse. So, like, the one would flow right to left, and then the one on the other side would flow left to right. It was, like, really cool. And I guess probably what they did that because it was probably the plumbing was all set up to flow in one direction. So that's probably why it did that. Because it was flowing opposite directions, and it's like, yeah, but it was probably in a loop. So it's probably what it looked like it was flowing opposite directions. Well, it's probably flowing one way and then collecting around and going back the other way. But it was so cool because they had the palm trees in the middle, and they had two huge fountains on either side. And then they took that out in '92. But the point is, the Christmas of '92 was the last time they had that. I remember looking at that and enjoying it, walking over it. Then sadly, '92, '93, they decided to start remodeling the mall, and they took them out and replaced them with smaller fountains. At least they had fountains. Then about '06, they took out those fountains. The smaller ones weren't bad. They had kind of like a little, it was a true, like, bookcase fountain. I actually got pictures of those that I took when they opened up Center Court and had a big sand sculpture in the middle during the Olympic Festival for 1994. And they had, because what they did was they had a bench on one side, and then the back of it was the back of the fountain. And you had like maybe 4 or 5 fountains that would spray out like maybe 6 inches. It wasn't bad. The mall that I was speaking of is St. Clair Square. You could actually now Google St. Clair Square fountains, and thanks to that author, she got pictures of the original fountain now published, and she's the newspaper is the Bubble News Democrat. So just Google St. Clair Square fountains, Bubble News Democrat, and you'll find the fountains I'm talking about, and you'll see that Center Court area. That was an outstanding area. So aesthetic. What I miss the mall aesthetics. But anyway, yeah, they had that, then they replaced them with some smaller fountains, and I think maybe a picture of that's in the paper too. I don't know. I remember that aired back around April or May, one of those months of this year. Sometime in late spring. Might have been May. Because I think it was, yeah, it wasn't summer yet. Yeah, she wrote that article on it. And getting back to the story. So we went to that mall, and I remember walking over the fountains there in that little walking spot. And I was looking at Super Mario Land 1 and 2, because we actually bought them. I think that was Christmas Eve, and I think I got it December 24th. I guess I carried them home. But yeah, and I was thinking about how I finally had Super Mario Land 1 again, and I can finally play it, because stupid idiot me took the other one apart. So I think I remember thinking, it's like, yeah, don't take this one apart now. Yeah, because I got Super Mario Land 1, Super Mario Land 2 for Christmas of '92. And I never reopened Super Mario Land 1 after that. I wasn't stupid anymore. Well, that's not that. I want to go find some more ore, so let's go to the corner. And that was what I got for Christmas in '92. Christmas in '93. God, what did I do? Christmas in '93. Birthday I know was closed. Oh, I know what I got. I got audio cassettes. Because I had gotten a cassette deck for my 16th birthday with some money that my grandpa had given me. My dad's dad. He had given me, I think, $100 maybe for my 16th birthday. That was actually I'm kind of getting sad now, because that was the last birthday that he was still here. Because he had a stroke that year, and we sent him out to Phoenix, which ended up being a really bad idea, to, I don't want to say recover, but you could tell he was near the end. He was already in his late 70s, and after his stroke, his mind was just kaput. He didn't recognize anybody. He had good days and bad days, or Some days he'd remember you, a lot of days he wouldn't. Then he couldn't even walk, right? Anyway, yeah, he had his stroke in 93. Christmas of 93 was the last one we had with him before we sent him out there the day after Christmas at the airport. Sadly, when we sent him to the airport, he didn't even recognize us. He didn't know who we were, and he didn't know why he was what was going on. He was in a wheelchair, and people were taking him. He was sounding fit because he had no idea where he was at, and that was hard to watch. But anyway, so yeah, we sent him out there to Phoenix, and he died about a year and a half later. Because he died right after I turned 18. He was my first grandparent, so they died. Oh well, that was my dad's dad. But anyway, getting aside the fact, I got a cassette deck with money he got me for my birthday. So then for Christmas, I got a bunch of audio cassettes. That's why when I showed my game room, I talked about cassettes. It's like, yeah, I left the cassettes back in the early 90s. That was the main thing. CD players were so expensive, and I didn't even get a CD player until 98. That was for my 21st birthday from my parents. And at that point, I could see the handwriting on the wall. Cassettes were pretty well being pushed out by CDs. And a lot of people in college were like, it's 1998, why are you just still playing cassettes? It's like, I love cassettes. My Walkman still work. I had a cassette deck, stereo. I mean, I love cassettes. I still love cassettes. If I had a choice, I'd really do cassette more than anything. In fact, my car has a cassette player. Well, the first car I ever got new, because I technically have 3 cars. First car I got is a Cavalier that my parents got new. That's 85 Cavalier that I remember. I was there when they went on the test drive, and I was there when they got it. So sentimental values, when they got their 98 Cavalier, I bought their 85 Cavalier off of them. And so we had to do a sale thing so they could do a title transfer. But then a couple years later, I got my own car. And it came with a standard cassette deck. Miss me. Bottom. Stupid things. Anyway, so yeah, I'm a big cassette buff. I love audio cassettes. So that's why when I say I was working on hooking up a converter box to my VCR, yeah, I'm literally taping the Olympics. VHS. Taping the Olympics with a nice 8-hour tape. I refuse to let VHS die. Well, there are other people my age. I was talking to a person who's only a year older than me, and we were talking about still using VHS. It's like, yeah, I'm still a VHS player too. I just will not let VHS die. And why should I? We first got our VCR in 84, so was that 40 years now? VHS? At this point, I don't see why I need to get rid of it. As long as it still works, I don't keep using it. That's always been my philosophy. That's why I still have all these video game systems and keep working on them. I'm going to keep using them. I just wish I had a composite or even component. Well, no, component will just delete. I wish I could have had a composite capture card so I could hook up some of these older systems and stream them. Right now, all I can do is just play them and maybe use my phone or something to record them off the TV, but then they're going to be a crappy video, and I don't like looking at other people's videos when they do that. Because I've seen that with some of these others. What is it? I think... Oh, DK Oldies has done that, maybe? Is that who did it? I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch it. It might have been them. Some of these people, you see them when they're recording off their TV and just... I mean, I could do that. I've thought about doing that, especially some of these really old ones that are RF only, like the color TV games, those old Japanese plug and play ones. Well, I guess not really plug and play. Will just be the first generation Nintendo. Hope this is a level one. Yeah, let's not try to screw you. Oh, goody goody. Come on, Tool. Any second now. It says. Oh, it's right there. I wonder if we could use this. Look at all. Oh, I can throw bombs at him. On his shoulders, that's a really bad smell. Oh, good. He's the Russian dancer. These are those Russian dancers, except he's not quite kicking his feet out like you saw them do. Oh, silver! I don't really waste bombs. Well, that worked. Oh, does not take out much, does it? Oh, yeah, boy, it was. Oh, yeah, thanks, Tilla. Now you do it. Asking you before to do it, you wouldn't do it. Head. Is still the same spot? Yeah, it is. Part of me kind of wants to take the big to go on swordsman. This feels like I'm just wasting bombs here with these many. Direct hits did better. Yeah, well, that one did waste it. Oh, it's on his back, no wonder. Oh, sure, now it drops. Yeah, I'd probably do better with the bomb. I'd blow myself to kingdom come, why not? Oh, okay, now I can at least do this part. There you go. No, I'm not gonna blow it up. Blow him up. Where'd he go? This is one more I'm gonna have to move it back, isn't it? Yep. Going up? Oh, come on. There we go. All rise. We. Oh, I'm saying sick. Oh, maybe I'll just blow up. I'll blow us all up. There. Oh, that didn't work, did it? Hop on this while it's moving. Nope. Give me more! Give me more! There we go. I guess it wouldn't matter. I've already lost the horse, wouldn't it? Oh, oh. Did not think he was going to get hit that bad. This Link wants to be a ragdoll. Let's do this. Let's actually... That was a bad throw. Yeah, it did silver. Oh well. I think it would, but it did. I want to beat this all with bombs. I'm just wasting bombs. Oh goody. Tillman does it right when I didn't expect it. Where is he? Where's I know he ain't gonna where's his head. Oh, hey, sorry, Zip Zap. Just now looking over at the things. Hmm. Oh, yeah, I actually had a little bit of a kind of waiting pool day. Just kind of relaxed in my little inflatable pool. Really just floated in it for a bit. Because I did that in the backyard. Then I had one of those. Oh, nice. Had one of those personal pizzas for lunch. And I was talking earlier about the thing in 1988 when I had. There we go. I'm almost there. I had showbiz in my room. Hey, I did it with all bombs. Wasted a zillion bombs. I mean, that's not bad. Oh, yeah, I'm glad to have you watching. Yeah, it's nice when I actually have people that are watching, because you never know. Holy cow, this stream's been going for an hour and 26 minutes. Yeah, I was reminiscing some of my uh, gifts for birthday and Christmas. Some of the birthdays I've forgotten. I remember all the Christmases from, was it 83 onward? Holy cow, that's over 40 years. Jeez Louise. I gotta stop doing the math, it just gets depressing. Anyway, yeah, and I was going back year by year what I got when. I don't even know how I got started onto that. But it was talking about the gifts because I've got in my game room here, because I'm getting ready to film it, a Teddy Ruxpin, a Grubby, Voltron, and I think that's it. It's going to start talking about the mid-80s and how I shifted from video games over to those. And I've got a... Is my sword back? And I've got a few of these things. Why are they in attack mode? Just oh, that. Because I was getting ready to do my Nintendo narrative. Oh, I know what got me started on that. It was Donkey Kong. Oh wow, I'm getting really close to 15,000. I sold these earlier. I sold 100 of these and, what was it, 600 I think of these. When I've been working to get them back. I want to get 1,000 large